Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is install our ignition coil. Now the firing order on this thing is really easy. The coil sets in like this, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And it's cool because these wires are actually numbered. But the new ones we put on are also actually numbered. So what we're going to do is just take off and keep these little wire looms, you know, make sure you don't throw them away. We're going to need that. Boy, they make sure these things are tight up there, don't they? You can't believe I'm having a hard time with some taking up some spark plug wires. I can rebuild an engine. Dang. I'm having a hard time.
Well, we started early in this episode, aren't we?
Heck yeah. Gasket. Alright, now check this out guys. Remember when we took this apart, this one had broken off. That was just all messed up. I'm not even going to worry about that one. And the coil was kind of loose. So what I did, I think something's missing here, or maybe another coil, I don't know. But what I did was shaved off the bolts a little bit so this coil can fit down there tight. Now your coil goes down there like this, and there's 3 little openings that sets right on top of those posts right there. So you want to make sure you put that down. Get that lined up in there like that. Start your bolts by a couple threads. And these are 5mm hex bolts. So I got a 5mm hex socket, 1/4" drive, 5" 1/4" drive extension, and my heavy duty 1/4" drive ratchet. So let's get those tightened down. And the only thing you want to do when you tighten them down, you want to go till it stops and a little bit more. That's it. Look at that. Last time we did that thing was shaking everywhere. Alright, let's get this one tightened down and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now it's time to install our ignition wires. And as I said before, make sure you get a nice good set of ignition wires. Don't get no cheap set. These are already numbered for us. So we got number 4 right here. So we're going to stick that on to number 4. Push down till you hear that click. Watch down, we'll do number 3. Where's number 3? There it is. There's number 3. Now you're going to push it down until you hear it click. Now this is that's why we didn't put the upper intake in yet. So you're going to push that down. And if you don't hear it click, get you some hose pliers or something and grab the metal part of that. See? I'm not hearing it click. This is a sucky thing. So, you know what? Let me go get some hose pliers and I'm going to show you. Be right back. Alright, got my hose pliers. Guys, you definitely want to get you a pair of hose pliers, a set. Because these things come in handy even other than hoses. Alright, so go ahead. I think I just heard that click down. Let me pull it up a little bit. I did have it down. Let's push that down again. There we go. Alright, there's number 3. Let's get the other 2 down and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now putting these wires on. What we're going to do is start off on number 4. And number 4 goes right here. Push that down. Now these wires go under the fuel rail. And they're going to travel around like so. Then you got that little protector here in case it's leaning up against something. Okay, and number 1. Bring those all the way around. And then this is number 3. So Number 3. If I put them there, man. Let's get this one on this side. Number 3. Number 2. And then number 1. Alright, now we got our wire looms to keep everything together. I'll snap them into place. And then up here, sometimes you might have to twist the wires around to get them, make them look pretty decent. Let's get our other 4. Stick those there. You can also, if you lose these, you can go to your local auto parts store and they do sell these separately. So definitely keep your wires out of the way. This one should have had more, man, but this is really, I don't like the way number 1 is twisting up under everything. Yeah, I want number 1 to be out there like that. Okay, that's better. Alright, that looks a whole lot better. But before we go on, let's plug this coil up or this car won't start. Our harness is right over here. And that's all we have to do is just push that on until we hear it click. Bam. Done. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to install is our upper intake. Now we had our bolts already in there. We got our brand new gasket. So take your bolts out. Be careful not to drop them bolts down in there. Watch, I'll drop one down in there. Man, I am going to have a fit. Now this kind of sucks because they should have had studs coming through here so you can keep the gasket lined up. But they don't. So, you're on your own. So, what we're going to do here, take out intake. Turn it over. You see it lined up. Take one of your bolts. Put it through there. Get that lined up. Get that started by a couple threads. Not like that. Alright, and once you get one of them started,
The gasket moved.
Yep, now you can move your gasket and get the other one and make sure that gasket is there by a couple threads, and then the center one by a couple threads. Now remember those 1, 2 right there, they gonna suck. You might have to wiggle the intake a little bit just to get those started. Now you got the ones up under there. Those are going to be a problem. So what you got to do is try to...
You can't put it in with a socket?
See, the head of this won't go through here.
Oh. How'd you take it out before?
Because I'm good. So what
No,
you got?
you're used to an Allen wrench.
Yeah, used to loosen them up. But then I
Right.
still have to go up under there to take them, put them back in. So I can use, you can hold it like that and try to get in, or you can use
Hold
your,
it like what? We missed it. I was
problem.
focused up.
You can hold it like that. If you got skinny fingers, you can put it in there and put the bolt in. If not, take your long pair of needle nose, hold it, twist it a little bit, get in there. What the heck, man?
Whoa,
So close. I don't get it. Why the heck am I?
Your bolt keeps turning.
You know what? I think I got longer. Promise.
I know you ain't gonna ask me to move.
I'm hitting something over there. I can't put the bolt in.
Come on, I have a perfect shot. Try again.
Man.
Well, you gotta get it done at some point.
Yeah, over that way.
No. See, there you go.
You know what?
Try and try again.
See? It's about to fall out.
That's not my problem. You got it. See? There you go.
All right,
Good job.
Let's go get a 5mm hex wrench, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, I got my 5mm hex wrench, and I'm going to go through the intake. Okay, got that one. Now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll move. Like this? Is this enough room?
Maybe.
Hold on, I can move back a little more. How's that?
I can't see.
Not my problem.
Well, tell me where is that? Where do I gotta go?
I can't see that.
Oh,
Go
dang
ahead.
it! You know what?
You were like right there.
You said you couldn't see.
I couldn't see. I'm guessing.
Son of a biscuit!
Where did it fall?
Damn, there it is, right there.
It looked like you were at it. Right at the hole. Okay, hold on. Let me move a little more. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. How about here?
Okay. Yeah. You know, they could have really did something better in this. I got that going down?
Yeah. Good job.
Alright guys, now these are tightened up to 10 Newton meters. If you want to go out there and get you a socket with a long... if you want to get a socket with a long thing, by all means, go right ahead, knock yourself out. I'm not doing that. So, 10 Newton meters is really nothing. So, I'm going to just tighten them up hand tight. And that's way more than 10. That's good. That gasket ain't going to squeeze out nothing. So, you got the center one. Then you're going to do the 2 on the inside. And then the 2 on the outside. Alright, let's get that done. And we'll be right back. Alright guys, now let's get all our hoses hooked up to the intake. You can start from either side you want. The good thing about doing this is start from one corner and just slowly work your way around. So we're going to start over here at the end. And we got a little vacuum port right here. Let's get that hooked on. And this feels like plastic, so, you know, be careful breaking that. Alright, let's get our needle nose. Squeeze that clamp. Bring that clamp forward. Okay, that's one. Start working our way around. Then we have a hose right here, a vacuum hose. Let's get that, and that's going to the, looks like it's going to the, maybe evap system or something. Let's get that one on. Okay. Come around. Now we got one going to the expansion tank. That's the hose right here. This is also plastic, so you want to be careful. Okay, let's get that clamp on. Okay, working our way around. We got a little bitty hose here going to the fuel pressure regulator. get that on. And bring that clamp forward. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is install our new dipstick because the other one was messed up. Now to make this easier, you got a 5mm hex socket here. So I'm going to use a hex bolt, I'm sorry. So I'm using a 5mm hex socket with a 1/4" drive and my 1/4" drive ratchet. We're going to get this right out of the way. Then, take this out. With the opening facing over to your left, there's a tube down there that you're going to push it onto. And if you look at that tube, if you look at it straight down, the tube is right there. And if you look at that tube and you start from the top and start going down, you're going to see a little lip on, a little bubble sticking out. That's where this part is, this part right here, is going to clip onto. That's what's going to all hold that into place. So, we're going to push this down, get it lined up, then you're going to push down until you feel it lock right into place. Now, we're going to get our bracket. It's got a little hole right there. Push that. This is a poor design. Push that through there. This bracket bent or something? That should have been. Get that lined up. Oops, I can't button it, guys. This is. Get that bolt lined up right there. This bracket seems to be pretty bent. I wonder if somebody bent it and that's why the other one broke. But these are known to really break. Let's get this bolt started off by hand by a couple threads. And there's a little piece that sticks out right there. I should show you. And there's a hole in the intake. So that's your little alignment in there. Let's get this tightened up. And this one's going to tighten up till it stops. And then a little bit more. And a little bit more. And that is in. Alright, yeah buddy. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do, we got a hose that goes here, but that's part of the air cleaner. This one right here is part of the air cleaner. But here we got here going to from the throttle body. That goes right down there. Right there. Get that on. Let's take our pliers. Bring that clamp up. Okay. Next we got a plug here. That's going to our throttle body right there. So let's get over there and plug that up. Okay. Then back here, which somebody hooked up something. I don't know. This is our hose to our brake booster. Let's hook that up. Make sure that's a good tight connect because that is some serious vacuum right there. And that could be a serious vacuum leak. Alright, we got that. Alright guys, let's get our lower part to our air cleaner and install that. Be right back. Alright guys, now we're going to install our lower part to our air cleaner. Now you're going to have a mounting grommet here and up here. And pay attention to this little opening right here. Now inside here, one bolt is going to mount up there, the other one up here, and that opening that I just showed you, that's going to go on to here, right here. Alright, let's get our wire harness out of the way for our mass airflow sensor. You want to install it, make sure that opening goes down onto that tube. Go down. Take one of your 10mm bolts. Start that off by a couple threads. And then up here, this one by a couple threads if it wants to go. Okay, next I'm going to take me a 10mm deep 3/8 drive with my cordless impact, and I'm going to go ahead and tighten this one up and tighten this one up. Oh yeah, we're looking good. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, job wouldn't be complete without a new air filter. So let's get our air filter, set it in. Now on your cover is going to have 4 hooks on it, which is going to hook into 1, 2, 3, and then there's another one on the other side. Then there's 2 Phillips screws on the top, so they're going to be screwing down one into here and the other one right into there. So what we're going to do is bring this in and watch how I hook them up under these little connectors right there, if it lets me. Okay, hooked in just like that. Bring it down. Now, over here now that you're bringing it down, you're gonna bring your tube on right there. Hook that one on, and hook this one on. Okay. Now you get your long Phillips screwdriver, and you tighten up the screw right here. And then you're going to go over here and tighten up that one. Alright, let's get those tightened up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now this part is important. You want to make sure you got the clamp on these things or you will have a check engine light on. So let's get this clamp. I have to use this one. Push that on all the way. Bring that clamp up and release it. Then you got your sensor right here. Here's the harness going from back here. Just pick that up, plug that up, and you got a little connector. You can just push it, a little groove. You just push it into the cleaner. All right, work your way around. Now you got this one. Try to get this clamp up there. Make sure the hose is on. Release it. Then you got this one right here. Make sure it's on. Release it. Now, from this sensor right here, you're going to have a hose coming out of it. This hose goes around and up to this T-fitting right here. Connect that, and it's got a little clip for it in place. You can snap it into place just like that. Now you got one more hose right here that's going to go to the air tube. Put that right there. Bring the clamp in. Dang it. Okay. Next, underneath, you're going to have your wiring harness to your mass airflow sensor. It's going to plug into a little clip right there. Just push that into there, that Christmas tree clip. Bring your sensor around, your connector around, and plug that right up. Everything is looking good. Alright, now before we get to the secondary air injection pump, what we're going to do is go up under it, drain the oil, and change our oil filter. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, you want to make sure you have your drain pan. Your drain plug is right here. It's a 17mm. So I'm using a 17mm 3/8. And my 3/8 drive ratchet. Get that under plugged. Get this drained out. Some nice clean oil. Huh.
Yeah.
That's good. This thing gonna run good. Alright. Also guys, while we're up under here, if you can see my hand, I'm going all... What the heck was that?
A washer? It's right there on the right. Okay, more to your right. Or past it.
Oh.
A washer.
Yeah, well, good thing remember that, guys. Check, make sure that washer there, then, because I would have messed up. Good thing I was up under there to hear it. Alright, all the way over here. Remember we drained the antifreeze? Just gonna yeah, you're gonna have to stand up and come around the other side. Alright, we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, you're looking up from the top. Our oil filter is right here. I guess they didn't put that on hand tight. Alright, so we get our oil filter wrench. And let's loosen this thing up. Now oil's gonna start coming out of here. So you want to make sure you have your pan up under it. I just want to loosen up just like that. My oil is finished draining, so I'm putting my bolt back in there. That's a good sign that it has clean oil in it. Too bad the mechanic put the timing belt on wrong. What the heck, man? Okay. Let's go over here. Let's take this out now. Alright, then I want you to go to the driver's side of the car. Sevi.
Yeah.
To the driver's side, down here.
But what? Like, you mean on the bottom?
Uh-huh. Right here. Oh, right over here in the front.
You said driver's side.
This is the driver's side.
I was standing there. See?
Over here.
You should have said on.
Alright, here you go. Sylvia gonna get on my case now. Now we're going to close off our drain for our antifreeze. You just got to push that in and turn it clockwise to lock it into place. That is done. Now let's clean all this up and get ready to install. Now when you tighten up the bolt on the oil pan, guys, be very careful. Don't over tighten it because that is going in aluminum. So you can over tighten it and strip it out. So you just want to tighten it up till it stops and then just a little bit more. Alright, let's get all this cleaned up and get our new oil filter. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our new oil filter here. What you want to do, take a little oil, put it around this seal right here. Some of you might be wondering why. Because if you put this on dry, let's take the old one for instance. This thing can actually come out of here. If you put it on dry, there's a good chance that it might, when you go to tighten it, it might bound up against the block or the oil cooler and just crimp up and break. So that's why you use a little oil on it so it won't do that. And sometimes if you want, you can pour oil into it, but that's really not necessary. It helps with the lubrication a lot faster, but it's not necessary. Alright, so we're going to go up under here. Move our hose out the way. Put that on. And tighten it up. Now what's nice about, we like to get the Fram filters that had that little rubber part at the bottom so you can actually grip it. These are the only oil filters I will trust that you can tighten it up by hand without the oil filter wrench. Because with that, you get a nice good grip on it. Cool. Alright, We'll be right back.